Thanks for tuning in and checking out my stream. I'll be playing some music, jamming out. Right now I'm building some type of giant aircraft. It's going to be a plane to begin with, and then I'll move it to the shuttle and add launch assembly on it. Maybe take it to the moon. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for tuning in, checking out my stream. Just gonna be jamming out on some music. Currently, I'm building a plane. It's gonna be pretty ginormous. Oh, alright, hold on a second. Man, commercials suck. Alright, so anyway, I'm building a ginormous plane, and then I'm probably gonna add some launch assembly to it after I get it to actually take off the runway. Be a few minutes here, and then I'll do a launch, do a test launch, see if this thing actually flies. I wonder how many tons this thing's gonna be. Pretty ridiculous. Anyway, stay tuned. I'll start up some music. Enjoy.
Going through the world for the past 145 years.
into the infinite, into the infinite, into the I'm alive and you're my vice. I surrender, you entice till we can't resist the tide. We'll keep falling into time, into the infinite, into the infinite, into the infinite, into the infinite, into the I'm alive and you're my vice. I surrender, you entice till we can't resist the tide. We'll keep falling into time, into the infinite. Watch the sand fall in line. We're out of time, into the infinite. And you're my eyes to our favorite paradise. Take my hand, only twice, till we can't run out of time. Into the infinite, into the infinite, into the infinite, into the infinite, into the infinite. Thoughts and every price, tie a noose around my eyes. Fake your plan and roll the dice as you make your sacrifice. I'm your muse and you're my rise to our favorite paradise. Take my hand, only twice, till we can't run out of time. Into the infinite.
Hey, Iowa. Sorry, I just saw your message. Not sure if you're still there.
And you're my rise, I'm your favorite paradise. We conquer the divide, never out of time. Thoughts and every price, tie a noose around my eyes. Make your plan.
Alright, so I'm adding a strut assembly now. Struts will definitely help strengthen the frame up so it doesn't like flop in the wind. Try not to go too crazy on the struts, but because it adds so many parts, but it definitely is something to use. Alright, so we're adding the struts. Getting real close to do a test flight here. I get a little better attachment there. It's starting to look pretty good. Let's flip her over, see what she looks like. So I'll probably go ahead and see if it flies, and by that I'll definitely need some RCS to get the front end up. Looking pretty good there. Get some sideways RCS here so we could roll while we're in space. Or, not roll, but... Alright. Looking better. A little more on top here, we'll be good to go. And you can be more precise with your RCS placement, but honestly, as long as you get it on there, it's probably going to work. Sometimes you'll have put RCS in areas that will interfere with other RCS, and it will cause the craft to kind of spin awkwardly, and you may have to adjust that, but it's typically due to me going crazy and put too much on there. You might not have that problem. Alright, I don't think we need to do any staging. Let's throw some Kerbals already in there. Let's see, what do we name this, y'all? No, this is unlimited parts, Iowa. I have it on sandbox mode. I typically only play in sandbox mode because the limitation for me really is my ability to explore and build. So y'all give me a name. What do y'all want to call this? Ugly? Yeah, the wheels definitely become a factor. I didn't want to go with. There's one wheel that's actually larger than this. These here, but they're just so ginormous. It's just kind of retarded. I think it looks goofy. Not that it probably doesn't need it, because as you see when we landed on the pad here, it's gonna probably do quite a bit of bouncing. So we'll name it small wheels in. I would definitely hate to be a test pilot. That's got to be one of the most dangerous jobs in existence. So, you know, no promises. Let's see, there we go. It's not too bad. Alright, I've enabled SAS and RCS. Hit spacebar to start my start stage. I'm not going to give it too much gas just because I want to kind of see how much distance I get out of it and hopefully not rip it apart taking it off. So I'm going to cruise for a second here, and then right at the end I'll hit some gas. We'll see if we get this thing to actually get vertical. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this thing will do. Woo! Definitely difficult to get the nose up. Oh, there goes a wing. Oh no! See, that's what happens when you take off at 300 m off the runway. Alright, so... Oh, I don't know if I'm loading. So that's what I was saying. It is very important to add some struts on there, especially if you're, you know, trying to take off way faster than you should be. You might have a wing literally peel off, like we just saw. So, something doesn't work. Just add more duct tape and clothes hangers and regroup.
The sound of schmearing Philadelphia cream cheese has been echoing through the world for the past 140.
Alright, so add some additional struts. Throw a save on there.
I called you tonight. I've been thinking for too long.
Alright, we'll see if we can keep both wings on the plane this time.
I keep looking for you, even if it's wrong. I'm sitting all alone in my room. You stuck so hard in my head. I don't care if there's no chance. I need to find.
After this test flight, I'll add some, if it works on the flying part, I'll add a miner to it and storage for ore, and then the thing that actually transfers the ore into fuel. Alright, get some speed here. Alright, I'm gonna throttle her up. Here we go. Come on, wings, hold out. Oh, that's wow. That was definitely worse. Now imagine if you are the test pilot right now. The thoughts going through your mind. Oh! Oh, but they lived. I could actually take off slower, probably. So look, what came off is this entire tank assembly here. This is what it looked like to me. Since it couldn't rip the wing off, it ripped more than a wing off. And it makes me wonder if I even have struts there, so I'm going to try to get a better view angle here and check that out. Maybe I didn't clone it, so it only got one side. Yeah, I don't see any struts. between those two sections on that side, or this side. So that would explain it. Oh, let me put it in clone. Definitely important to mirror everything. Symmetrical is your friend. Otherwise, you see what we just saw there, spinning out of control. Because it was asymmetrical. Ah, see, I did add it to the bottom. Alright. Hopefully the third time's the charm. Let's get this bad boy moving. I don't know like how to actually. I've never flown an airplane, but anytime I get on the plane, they do throttle up really high right before you take off. Seems like that last little bit. Ooh! So I'm having a problem getting the front end up. Let me revert that. I think I do better. The problem with getting these really large craft off the ground really ultimately is getting that front end up, but also getting enough lift under the chassis to take off horizontally. And really this plane's probably never going to do that because I'm going to just attach it to a launch assembly and it's going to launch vertically from the spaceplane hangar. But yeah, hey, it's fun to actually test your planes, try to see if you get them to actually work before you perfect them for a shuttle mission. Raising the landing gear. See if we get a better angle on this now. I'm just kind of cruising up now. Let's see what this plane does here. And I say plane, it's pretty ginormous. Although it did just take off the runway like a plane. No, but it wouldn't have done that without the help of RCS. RCS is definitely a friend. Alright, I'm gonna throttle up here. It's got about 50,000 fuel left. If you're just tuning in, we're jamming out. I just built some kind of jumbo-sized plane. The center tanks here are literally the size of the tanks used to land on the moon originally in the 60s, or that's what they're modeled after anyway. Let's see what our orbit's looking like. Looks like I definitely could put it into orbit around the planet. But I'm not really trying to do that or get it to dock with something else or build a space station. I think I just want to add it to some launch assembly and take it to the moon and land it. That'd be a lot more fun. Oh, see, I can maybe dock with the other guy. Have a rendezvous in space with a friend. Alright, I'm just gonna burn the rest of the fuel so we can reset it here. I'd be getting a lot better results if I had toggled Procreate originally, but I'm just flying manually, screwing around. Alright, we're almost out of fuel, but look at that distance, y'all. Shoot. That's getting pretty close. Wow. I don't think that's going to need too much launch assembly to actually get it to the moon. That's pretty impressive. Alright, let's reset her and throw some stuff on there we're going to need to mine the moon. Which is kind of a scary thought if they started mining the moon. That wouldn't be so good, I don't think. Not for us. So in order to mine, you gotta have a miner. So start with the miner. Or that's actually going to reach the ground.
Big decisions require research. So if your teenager is considering a decision as big as joining the military, they're doing their homework. You can too, by visiting todaysmilitary.com, because their success tomorrow begins with
So flavorful.
Alright, so next, let's add some storage capacity. And obviously a convertotron is going to be required. So I'll go ahead and add a pair of those. Storage tanks, pretty sure under here. Let's say storage, I call them holding tanks. And we'll add a little bit more fuel. It looks funky, but yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, let's see here. Alright, where's our thermal? Alright, so this is the holding tank that actually holds the raw ore after it's mined from the miner. This will actually convert the ore into fuel. And you just got to start all those 4 items there. And then it will automatically put it in the tanks here. I could add more storage capacity, but I don't want to throw the weight off too much of the front. Let's see how we're doing. Our balance. Not too horrible. So we already know that it will get up into space pretty good. We got a pretty good bit of distance there. So next, what I think I'll do is go ahead and drop it into the other assembly plant. And we'll build something up. Let's see. We retract these now. Next thing I like doing is setting it up. Just so when I swap the editor, it's easy to find the nose of it. So next we're going to need some locks, because basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a similar tank to the center tank here on either side of the craft. Let's find one of the easiest things to do. So here's our couplings. Ooh, yeah, I don't like how it's mirroring it. Where are these ginormous tanks here? Just to make this easy, I'm gonna cheat and just seal the tank off this one. I actually have some better designs. I could probably load up a Sabe launch assembly of some type. Let's see here. It's an idea. Bum bum bum. I have no idea what's gonna come up here. Let's see. That's actually pretty good. Wow, it's because it's unmirrored. That would be a heck of a shuttle. But I don't like all the collision, obviously. I gotta fix the mirroring here. I may have to save it and reload it or something. Pretty annoying. Okay, it actually went to a radio there. Alright, sorry for the delay, y'all. I'm not sure I was having so many problems. But I was simply just trying to turn it from mirror to radio, and it just wasn't working for me. Probably doing something wrong. So this is the launch assembly I created for a another jumbo jet. I think it was actually a little smaller than this one. It's looking pretty good though, like it'll work pretty good for this one. Thinking maybe I should make the tank slightly larger here, but I don't know. And sub-assemblies I definitely recommend are a good idea if you want to save time and you've already, developed like your perfect super booster or whatever thing you commonly use. It's definitely good to save them as modules so you can import them and, do similar things to this. Just to get you going quicker. Alright, so I'm going to add some struts to it now. Just so it's a little bit stable when it's flying. And then after that, we'll do a test flight and go from there. Hopefully get a landing. I'm going to go straight for the mud.
Big decisions require research.
Oh, that's very annoying.
If you're considering a decision as big as joining the military, they're doing their homework. You can too, by visiting todaysmilitary.com, because their success tomorrow.
It's difficult as a streamer to find DCMA free music. Can't display anything when you're streaming. They'll like block your audio and do all kinds of crap. Which is, it's justified, I guess. It's the right of the owner, but it just makes it a pain as a streamer. You can't listen to like whatever you want. Like you're very limited. You have to pre-source things, find music you like, and then you deal ultimately with having to pay for features. So I apologize for the commercials. And there's a term, as above and so below, which is, in this case, you need struts on both the top and bottom. I think, so I thought I was cloning it, and you could see here it is, but it didn't connect. And that's because I'm going from these tanks to the inside, when I should really be going from the inside to these tanks. So I'll go ahead and fix that. Since I'm connecting these manually, I really just try to see where I have them connected on this side and do the same thing. Go back to check this side. So one connected, but not both. So when you have a situation like that, unfortunately all you can really do is set it to 1 and connect them one at a time. It's like painting a picture or something. It takes time. Okay. Looking pretty good. Staging is really important too, so I'll check staging after this. That's a horrible shot. I do better now. What's the other side? Alright. So we got 10 solid boosters. And then these 2 giant liquid fuel tanks here. And if I remember correctly, these have 12 of the smaller boosters here with 1 large one in the center. And that does look like it is what I have on these. I've also added some decoupling boosters, so when it separates it pushes them apart. So it's definitely important to see those are on the correct stage. So 1, these are all locks. I gotta figure out where those boosters are. And I'm just making sure those boosters here, these little boosters, separator boosters, were facing the right way. When I disconnected it and reconnected it, its configuration changed, and there you see I didn't mirror it. So put it back on here. Ooh, stop being a pain. There we go. Okay, so back to my staging. So basically I'm going to fire all the boosters. Wow, cool. The subassembly even kept the lines. So these tanks are going to feed the center tank. So basically all the fuel being expended out of the craft itself will be provided by these tanks on these sides here. So it probably means they're actually going to run out of fuel before these solid boosters. That almost makes me think I need to add another whole section to these. It'd be nice if you could throttle them independently. I'm not sure. Maybe you can. You could probably limit throttle or something on one of them. But I'm definitely thinking these tanks are going to run out first. And I'm not quite convinced these solid boosters alone will lift the craft off the ground from dead standstill. So I think I should add some more fuel, just logically. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's kind of make it ginormous here, but this thing might be able to just go anywhere too. Well, this is definitely a game that's fun to play then when you don't have a great internet connection. I was going to say to y'all, if y'all want me to save this craft on export it to Steam and save it as something, I could save it and y'all could download it and fly it on y'all's end. I think it's going to need a little bit more strut assembly just due to the size of these tanks here. I really don't want it to rock. I think the easiest thing to do Alright, we're getting close to our next launch here. I'll actually give them a parachute this time. They didn't even get a parachute last time. I was trying to stick it on there and it just wasn't working. Alright, where are we going? Utilities. Here we are. There's a parachute. I could be generous. We'll add some side chutes too here. Some radio mounts. I think I'm going to add a third one to balance it. Wow, I severely have to work on staging here. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Ooh. So the 3 chutes are going to be on their own stage at the end. Four chutes, excuse me. All the motors are going to fire at once, so I'm getting rid of this stage entirely. I hit, should be able to hit minus here and it'll go away. Oh, it's because there's motors still there. I had to scroll down. Shows you how much stuff's there. Alright, so it automatically got rid of it. So on the first stage, all these motors are going to fire. What are these? Aha. Okay, so when the first stack separates... Oh, that's actually going to be the second one. I think it's actually right for staging. Let me check the locks. Yeah, they look good. I think we might actually be able to launch now, y'all. Well, it's no longer small wheels anymore. Let's see if this thing's actually going to be able to hang the way I got it. Let's add something to the craft itself. No, I don't want everything. Alright, so anybody taking bets on if this thing's just gonna crater when I put it on the pad? Wow, look, one of those isn't even hooked up here. So yeah, find errors as you go. Alright, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, only put it on one. There we go. One more quick save and then we're gonna launch, y'all. I'm gonna find some music. It didn't even fall over or go kaboom. Houston,
I've enabled the RCS and the SAS. I am throttling up for launch.
and Houston's like,
You have a go for launch.
here we go. Ooh, birdie. So she's kind of tugboaty. Definitely a tugboat. It's all that matters, man. You just gotta lift it up there. So if you notice, I disabled RCS just because I honestly get a little bit of a better acceleration in my opinion without RCS on. So it's gonna kind of help a little bit. Not real convinced the solid boosters will run out first, but we'll find out here. I could throttle back some on the liquid, but hey, look ahead of these solid ones. So everything looks ahead. Well, no, there we go. That's that stage with that stage.
Everyone what they want for the holidays, like Virgo. An amazing stay that's not far from home.
Alright, so I throttled back to 80%. My solid boosters look around 60 or 70% here. If I scroll down, the liquid tanks, these are the giant tanks on the side, I'm sure, based on the way I have it staged. Those look about the same, so I'm just trying to basically get those to burn down at the same time, so when I drop them, they'll drop in the right order. And we really don't need that much speed going up into the atmosphere. I'm going to throttle down just one more time. That should really get those solid boosters ahead. Got a neat looking exhaust. Considering the size of the vessel, it's pretty docile. I mean, even though we're doing almost 500, I think that's meters a second. So right now I'm just edging this thing over. You're seeing the dial here. I'm gonna edge it over just a little bit. Getting us some angle will definitely help, but I want to be able to drop these things off the side. So I typically lift off fairly vertically, which is a unfortunate waste of fuel, but is what it is. It's a tugboat. We're taking a crap ton of fuel to the moon. If we could get a landing, we'll fill it up. Maybe we could get it to go to the mini moon. I don't know. Landing this thing's gonna be a chore. It's gonna be a challenge. turn on the lights. Don't look like I have much lights. We're about to drop these solid tanks here. So we'll get to see these 10 solid tanks fall off. I'm going to speed up. Our orbit is looking pretty bad. I'm going to have to do some fixing. Here we go. Ooh. Alright. Clean getaway. No brakes. Oh, look, I said that and I saw something fall off. I don't know what I lost, but I lost something. It's the locks themselves, I think. Ooh. Alright. So the next stage is underway. The top boosters didn't even fire, so I didn't even stage those right. But that's everything. That's all the assembly gone now. Our orbit is pretty bad. Let's see if I could do some fixing here. Come on. Alright, a little more stable there. Set them on as a target. See, that's kind of pointed up. That's not so great. Wish I get a little more. Sometimes if you turn, you'll actually get a little bit. Bring that dial down. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it's not good. I think it's going to go into the solar system before it gets to the radius of the moon. Pretty sure there's a way I could fire to my target that would help bring that down now. 40,000 fuel left. Should have added some staging here so I could cut some of this off. You definitely will save some fuel. I don't need all these thrusters now. So we got plenty of distance, but it's going the wrong way. We need to get this line to drop. The moon ain't up there. So I'm going to turn on some RCS. And I don't know if it's going to be a prograde or a retrograde that will actually cause it to happen. Pretty sure that line is dropping, but man, this is killing my fuel. Killing my fuel. Could this be turning? I don't know. Find out. $20,000 fuel left, roughly. Alright, I'm gonna give it a minute and just let it drop. Otherwise, I'm gonna run out of fuel. I'm hoping this is a capture on the first time around. If not, it's a death dive towards the planet. And it looks like it is. You just gotta make sure. That was weird. So I didn't get captured. Oh, there we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, so I almost sped through it. Not so good. Alright, so let me see if I can go retrograde here to fix this. Been a rough flight for these Kerbals. So, since I've messed the orbiting up totally, I think I'm just gonna go around until I get a capture. Kill the RCS here. should have just went to the mini moon. Or min-mus is what they call it in this. Round and round we go. I'm gonna speed. Whoa, there we go. Oh. Should be a nice capture. So they've been orbiting several days. Try not to pass it up this time. Getting kind of low on fuel, not so great. So now I'm firing retrograde. And I pretty much want to do it right at this mark right here. I'm going to wait till it gets us over there. I'm going to speed up time to that location. And then we'll do our fire. So pretty close to the mark now. So I'm going to go ahead and give it gas. And as you see our MS slowed down, you should see this line, this blue line here, start curving. And then it'll actually arc around the moon. Because the moon's gravity will basically pull us in. Oh, there we go. Finally got a dang moon capture. I'm flying horribly tonight, I'm sorry. Alright, so we're at around 300,000. Let's go on down. Down, down, down. I'm gonna get us right there. So I'm gonna have to go a little slow on this flyby when I get closer. So bear with me, but I'm really close to the surface on my orbit, so I hopefully can slow it down and then just land it, because it's gonna be out of fuel. And it's the lit side of the moon, so kind of lucky there. Let this thing go over to retrograde. See if this thing has enough fuel to do a burn. Alright, here we are over the moon. Trying to slow her down. I just shown you the orbit, but sorry, I'll show you the craft. It already disappeared. So it basically shrank to nothing. We're doing 400 ms still. 7,000 fuel left. Still trying to stop her. Just kind of getting wavy. Let me take her manual flight. Alright, I'm gonna try to conserve some more fuel here. Alright, so we're almost at 200 ms, still slowing down. 5,400 fuel. We're at 18,000 meters above the surface. I'm going to go ahead and let her do a burn. She's running pretty good. 5,000 fuel, 160. It's not bad. Alright, let's see if we have enough fuel to get a landing here. Should be pretty interesting. Alright, it's the last time I can let it drop. Or I'm going to let it drop on the fast forward. Alright, let's drop that landing gear. Landing gear is down. I don't want to slow her down too much because we ain't got a lot of fuel. But I don't want to run out of fuel. So it's kind of balancing the two. Don't want to smack the ground. Don't want to run out of fuel. 2,500 fuel. 3,500 or meters. Alright, I'm gonna slow her down. Doing good, doing good. $1,700 fuel. Alright, we're getting really close now, y'all. Here we go. We can do this. It's gonna be alright. It's alright, big ship. Coming in for final descent. Oh, that's horrible, man. I'm totally messed it up. Oh, wow, it's back to the... Woo, there goes the wing. Look. Ah, that's horrible. Well, I didn't know I had my positioning. Almost so close. Poor Kerbals. Trapped on the moon. They're never gonna get home. Well, it was a failure. We're trapped here, man. We'll never get out alive. And this guy's like, man, whose poor driving was this? You landed the plane upside down, and you broke the nose. Oh, there's Kerbal. Oh, pretty sad. Alright, so I'm going to revert the flight. So I was there in a staging I had found. I also didn't set up any action groups, so I was going to set these up real quick. That's kind of easier to do if I raise it, so I'm going to raise it. Oh, man, I don't want to do that. Actions. And basically, this will allow me to turn on and off these motors instantly. So I'm going to say when I hit custom 1, it's going to toggle that and that. So I believe that will just leave the force center thrusters on, which are pretty easy for landing, or help for landing. Oh, it did get it to the moon. I just kind of screwed up the landing. Hmm. What might be good is some power generation. Definitely that's what this thing's lacking. Alright, so I've added solar panels. Looking pretty good. Added some battery packs. Actually, a crap ton of energy. 6 of those, 3 per side's pretty good bit. The other thing you need is thermal shielding, and both of these items are used for um, mining. This one's deployable, so which means it extends, so it's kind of nice. I'll add 4 of them. Now let's make it 6. Maybe a couple more on top for a cool effect. Yeah, see, that's just ridiculous. These large ones. And then maybe... and added a couple more on the body of the craft itself. I think they're centered in the center of it. And those are the larger ones. And then those are a good idea to set up under action groups too, just so you don't have to make it too difficult. So I'm going to make the solar panels 2. Where is it? Toggle. Toggle. I think that should actually get both of them, yep. Make action group 3. Our heat shields, same thing. Or our radiators. And since I built them in pairs, it's automatically action grouping them in pairs. Alright. Looking pretty good though. It didn't fly that great, but looks pretty good. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Kerbal Space Program. It's about 4:30. I'm gonna go take a break, get some food. Might come back later. If I'm on, check me out. I appreciate you watching, man. I hope you have a great day.